Good day, everyone. Today I'm going to teach Piaget's 4 stages of cognitive development. What is cognitive development? Cognitive development means how children think, explore, and figure things out. It is the development of knowledge, skills, and problem solving which help children think about and understand the world around them. Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development suggests that children move through 4 different stages of mental development. These are the sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage, concrete operational stage, and formal operational stage. Jean Piaget's theory hindi lang din focus kung paano nag-acquire ng knowledge but also to understand the nature of intelligence. Ito nga, yung sensor motor stage is from birth to 2 years old. Pre-operational stage is to 2 years old to 7 years old. Concrete operational stage is 7 years old to 11 years old. Formal operational stage is 12 years old and above. Piaget believed that children take an active role in the learning process. As kids interact in the world around them, they continually add new knowledge, build upon existing knowledge. Yung mga dati nilang alam, nadadagdagan hanggat nag-i-interact sila sa paligid. Mas maraming interaction, mas maraming knowledge na nakukuha yung mga bata. Ina-adapt nila yung mga previous ideas nila to accommodate new information. How Piaget developed the theory? Paano nga ba? Piaget's interest in the cognitive development of children was inspired by his observation of his own nephew and daughter. Based on Piaget's observation, he concluded that children were not less intelligent than adults. They simply think differently. Dahil dito sa pag-observe ni Piaget sa anak at pamangkin niya, dito nga siya nagkaroon ng hypothesis na ang pag-iisip ng mga bata ay hindi smaller version ng pag-iisip ng mga matatanda. At siya yung unang naka-identify na ang paraan ng pag-iisip ng mga bata ay iba nga sa paraan ng pag-iisip ng mga matatanda. Instead, nag-propose nga siya na ang intelligence ay something na nag-grow at nade-develop through a series of stages. Ito nga nabuo yung cognitive development of children. Cognitive development involves changes in cognitive process and abilities. Sa point of view ni Piaget, kasama sa early cognitive development ng mga bata, yung mga proseso ng mga actions na ginagawa nila sa mga proseso ng pagbabago ng kanilang paraan ng pag-iisip. Albert Einstein also called Piaget's discovery so simple only a genius could have thought of it. The stages. The first stage is the sensory motor stage. Ito nga yung 0 to 2 years old. The infant knows the world through their movements and sensations. Children learn about the world through basic actions such as sucking, grasping, looking, and listening. Dito sa dalawa na to, yung mga bata ay umaasa lang sa kung anong kakayahan na meron sila at by that age, gaya ng sensations and sucking and looking and listening. Dahil hindi pa nila kaya yung mga ibang mga bagay, umaasa lang sila sa kanilang mga reflexes at dun lang sila nag-acquire ng knowledge galing sa kanilang mga pandama, paningin at pakikinig. Child's entire experience at the earliest period of this age occurs through basic reflexes, senses, and responses. During sensory-motor stage, habang nag-i-interact ang mga bata sa kanilang paligid, they are continually making new discoveries about how the world works. The cognitive development that occurs during this period takes place over a relatively short period of time and involves a great deal of growth. Hindi lang natututo yung mga bata sa physical actions gaya ng paggapang at paglakad. Natututo rin sila sa language ng pagsasalita ng mga taong nakapaligid sa kanila. During 0 to 1 month year old, naintindihan nila ng mga bata yung nangyayari sa pamamagitan ng paningin at reflex. During 1 to 4 months old naman, the sensation and new schemas. For example, child may suck his or her thumb by accident and then later intentionally repeat the action because the action they find it pleasurable. uh, about 4 to 8 months old, dito na nga yung mga bata as gumagawa sila ng action na nagtitrigger ng response. Gaya nito. Kunwari, meron silang laruan na tumutugtog. Pinapatunog nila yon para makakuha ng response. Dahil, pag tumunog na yung laruan nila, lumilingon or nakukuha nila yung attention ng nagbabantay sa kanila. During 1 to 2-year-old naman, ito yung panahon na nagtatrial and error yung mga bata. Kumbaga, gumagawa sila ng stance or action para makuha yung attention ng nagbabantay sa kanila. Okay? Infants learn that things continue to exist even though they cannot be seen. Ito yung tinatawag na object permanence. Ano nga ba yung object permanence? It is used to describe the child's ability to know that the object continue to exist even though they cannot no longer be seen or heard. For example, nakikipaglaro ka sa bata at meron siyang laruan na tinago mo sa ilalim ng kumot. Kahit hindi na nung bata nakikita yung laruan sa ilalim ng kumot, alam niya na nilagay mo doon yung laruan at merong laruan doon sa ilalim ng kumot. Ito yung tinatawag na object permanence. Alam nila na nag-i-exist yung laruan kahit hindi nila yon nakikita. Okay? They realize that their action can cause things to happen in the world around them. Kaya nga dito nga sila nag-i-experiment kasi alam nila na yung action sila ay nakakakuha ng response from the people around them. Okay? The next stage, the pre-operational stage. Ages 2 to 7 years old. Children begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and pictures to represent objects. Kagaya nito. Kapag yung mga bata nakikita natin na naglalaro ng mga walis, tapos ginagawa nila yung kabayo, ito yung stage ng cognitive development, the pre-operational stage, na hinahalin tulad ng mga bata yung mga bagay sa paligid nila into a different object or hayop. Okay, children at this age tend to be egocentric and struggle to see things from the perspective of others. Ano nga ba yung egocentric? Egocentric or egocentrism refers to someone's inability to understand that another person's view or opinion may be different to their own. Kapag nakikipaglaro yung mga bata sa mga kalaro niya at nag-away-away sila, hindi pa nila naiintindihan na magkakaiba sila ng mindset or pag-iisip. Ito yung tinatawag na egocentrism. Hindi pa nila nauunawaan yung pag-iisip ng mga batang nakapaligid sa kanila. Okay? While they are getting better with language and thinking, they still tend to think about the things in very concrete terms. Piaget noted that children in this age do not yet understand concrete logic, cannot mentally manipulate information, and are unable to take point of view of other people, and which term egocentrism. Dito nga sa pre-operational stage, lumalawak yung imagination ng mga bata. And in terms of language naman, yung mga language ng bata is na-form na nung sensor-motor stage. Gaya nung naririnig nila habang nasa 0 to 2 years old sila, dito sa pre-operational stage nila nahahasa yung language na yon. Dito sa stage na to, sila mas nakakapagsalita ng mga basic word na palang ginagamit sa kanilang bahay. Next stage is concrete operational stage. Ages 7 to 11 years old. During this stage, children begin to think logically about concrete events. Ito nga yung nakakapag-isip na sila logically. For example, this picture. Kahit hindi nila alam na may allergy sila sa pusa, once na makita nila yung pusa at nagre-react yung katawan nila differently, alam na nila that there's something wrong kapag merong malapit sa kanila na pusa. Kaya kapag meron silang nakikitang pusa, nilalayuan or pinapaalis na nila yung pusa dahil nga meron na silang logic na hindi nakakabuti para sa kanila yung pusa na yon. They begin to understand the concept of conservation, that the amount of liquid in a short white cup is equal to that a tall skinny glass. For example, dito sa stage na to, alam na nila yung conservation, na yung amount ng tubig na to ay katumbas ng amount ng tubig dito sa kabilang container. Dito sa stage na to, nade-develop yung knowledge nila sa mga ganitong bagay. Their thinking becomes more logical and organized but still very concrete. Children begin using inductive logic reasoning from specific information to a general principle. Um, while thinking becomes much more logical during the concrete operational stage, it can also be very rigid. Kids at this point in development tend to struggle with abstract and hypothetical concepts. Uh, Dito sa stage na to, literal na mag-isip yung mga bata. Medyo na-adapt na nila yung mga logic. Yung egocentrism na meron sila nung pre-operational stage, nawawala na dito sa stage na to. Dito sa stage na to, dun sa nakaraang stage, hindi nila naiisip kung ano yung iniisip ng mga bata nakapaligid sa kanila. Dito naman, iniisip na ng mga bata kung ano yung point of view nung mga batang kalaro nila or yung mga taong nasa paligid nila. The children also tends to be very concrete. Children become much more logical and sophisticated in their thinking. Dito sa stage ito, hindi na masyado egocentric na. Nagsisimulan sila mag-isip kung ano yung nararamdaman at iniisip ng ibang tao. Dito nila naiintindihan na yung thoughts nila ay kakaiba at hindi lahat ay kailangan magbahagi ng opinion, pakiramdaman at iniisip nila. This is an important stage as it is, but stage is also serve as an important transition between earlier stage of development and the coming age where kids learn how to think more abstractly and hypothetically. Pasensya na po sa boses ko, parang papaos na po ako eh. Okay, the last stage, formal operational stage, ages 12 and up. At this age, the adolescent or young adults begin to think abstractly and reason about the hypothetical problems. Kagaya nga nito, kung sa nakaraang stages, hindi pa nila kayang mag-solve ng mga complicated math, dito sa stage na to, dito na nila nakakaya yung mga much more difficult tasks. Okay, abstract thought emerges. Teens begin to think more about moral, philosophical, ethical, social, and political issues that require theoretical and abstract reasoning. Begin to use deductive logic reasoning from a general principle to a specific information. Ito na nga yung thinking nila, excuse me, mas nakahasa at mas nakakapag-isip na nila ng mas advanced hindi gaya nung mga mas nakaraang stages. Ito din yung pinakahuling stage sa theory ni Piaget. Involves increase in logic, ability to use deductive reasoning, and understanding of abstract ideas. At this point, children become capable of seeing multiple solutions to problems, and they think more scientifically about the world around them. Yung kakayahan ng mga bata mag-isip tungkol sa mga idea at sa iba-ibang sitwasyon, yung pinaka-highlight ng formal operational stage ng cognitive development. Dito din sa stage ito lumalabas yung kakayahan ng mga bata na magplano para sa future nila. Dito lumalabas yung deductive reasoning at yung logical thought nila. It is important to note that Piaget did not view children's intellectual development as a quantitative process. That is, kids do not just add more information and knowledge to their existing knowledge as they got older. Instead, Piaget suggested that there is a qualitative change in how children think as they gradually process through these 4 stages. A child at age 7 doesn't just have more information about the world than he did at age 2. There is a fundamental change in how he thinks about the world. Kids do not just add more information and knowledge to their existing knowledge. Hindi lang yung knowledge ng bawat individual, hindi lang dahil nadadagdagan na parang storage lang. Ito ay kapag nagkaroon ng knowledge ang isang individual, yung individual, pinapalawak niya pa yung knowledge na yun. Hindi lang siya nagsisettle sa kung anong knowledge yung nakuha niya. Instead, pinapalawak niya yung knowledge na nakuha niya. Ito yung ibig sabihin nun. Okay, dito na nga po nagtatapos ang aking slide. Thank you at pasensya na po sa aking boses. Thank you guys. Bye!